I mean, I remember last year when we were here, I was kind of laying out what we were planning on doing on mobile, and everyone thought that mobile was this disastrous thing for Facebook. I mean, last year, second quarter, we had basically no money, no revenue on mobile. And now, I mean, it's in our last quarter, a year later, I think more than 40% of our revenue is mobile. And when people think that there's more competition on mobile, there's more great apps, people spend on desktop 1 in 7 minutes with Facebook of kind of all their time on the web, and on mobile it's more. It's 1 in 5. According to ComScore, it's around 20%, and the next biggest app is Instagram. So we've focused on kind of doing what we think are the right things, and we're growing, we're connecting more folks, people are engaging more, sharing more content. All the stuff that we just come in and get excited about every day.
To be fair, your mobile products a year ago sucked.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. And then they got really, really good really, really fast. So I think you deserve to have no revenue from them a year ago. And so part of it is just, but I mean, whether you admit it or not, or you agree or not, I mean, there's been a lot of work in that area and a lot of focus that maybe wasn't there before.
No, absolutely. And we also, we took a bad bet, right? I mean, our legacy as a company was building this big website and focusing on being able to develop for the web. So naturally, we tried to look at things and see if we can build an HTML5 system for across these different platforms. And we just realized pretty quickly that we weren't going to get the quality level that we needed. Yeah. So we took a year, and it was painful, and we retooled that. And we took a lot of shit because we weren't focused on making money on mobile, and I was focused on making sure that the experience was better first. And I think we did it in the right order.
This is a surprise to you. You don't know what I'm looking at right now, but explain this sign that's up at Facebook. Actually, I don't know for sure it is, but I believe it is. And if it isn't, you'll tell me. Because this doesn't say move fast.
Slow down and fix your shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to do that.
Is this a sign you put up? I don't know if the camera...
I don't put up any of this.
Can see this. Is the camera, can I get it? But have you seen this sign? Is it up there?
Yeah, people put stuff all over the campus.
So this doesn't mean anything official?
I mean, I definitely want us to fix our stuff.
Your stuff?
So that's good. These things are valuable when they're controversial, right? And it doesn't mean that we always need to do it. And it's not like any company wakes up in the morning and they're like, we want to move super slowly, right? So what I want this to mean for us is that we want to build our culture and our infrastructure so that we just try to move 1 or 2 clicks faster than other companies. And sometimes we go too fast and we mess up a bunch of stuff, and then we have to fix it. And that's cool.
Would you consider home so far a failure?
One of the toughest things is determining when something isn't going to work versus just hasn't worked yet. I definitely think home is slower in rolling out than I would have hoped. Now, so what we've gotten is a bunch of positive feedback on people like the lock screen, they like cover feed, they love chat heads. We rolled that out 100%, and then we've gotten a bunch of pretty valuable feedback, like people want more content than just Facebook content on the lock screen. So we're taking the time to build that in. And in one of the upcoming monthly releases, you'll be able to get Instagram content and other social content in there. And I think that'll just make it more valuable. So yeah, I'd say it's early in its development. It's a bit slower than I probably would have thought, but we're patient, and I still fully believe that this is going to be something that a lot of people want over time. Getting content delivered to your home screen and being ambiently aware of what's going on is, I think, a very valuable thing. So maybe the current formula we'll still need to keep on working on, but we're going to do that.
Okay. There was somebody at TechCrunch referred to it as a shit show. So you're saying you disagree with that? All the good parts of it, you've moved into the mobile apps already, right? I mean, all the good stuff, like chat heads, you've moved into the general, So, I mean, in that sense, it's almost a testing ground, right?
Yeah, and I mean, the parts that work well will roll out quick, and the parts that don't will kind of slow down. I mean, the long-term goal for this is, we released the first version of Home as a separate app, and we kind of intentionally did that just that people who wanted could go out of their way to the Play Store and go get it. But where this is going over time, once we get it to a point where we're really happy with the product, we'll just kind of prompt people in the Facebook app, turn this on, and you won't have to go download a separate app. It'll just, you'll be able to have your lock screen as part of the main app. And you can do that today if you want. You just have to go into settings and turn it on. But when we feel like it's at the quality bar that we want, which we're getting there through iterating by having it out there and getting feedback, then we'll do that. So it's not super far off, and we're just going to keep on working on it until we get it right.